Welcome to another 180. The other day I was sitting at the table and we were having dinner with the family and we had a pasta bowl. And as we sat there, my son looks up and he says, "Hey, it's the fruit of the Spirit." And I look at the pasta bowl and it has the fruit of the Spirit. It says that the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self control. And I was looking at that and I was like, wow, that's interesting. But later on at night, as I reflected on what had happened, I thought about watermelons. All right, what does watermelon have to do with the fruit of the Spirit? Well, we'll get there. But as I thought about that, I realized that the fruit of the Spirit isn't something that just happens right away, but yet it's something that is worked within us by the one that starts. What do I mean? Philippians 1:6 says that being confident of this very thing, that he who has begun, who is he? It's the Spirit of God, who has begun a good work in you will complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. So it is the Spirit of God that works within us until completion or until fruition. When Jesus Christ comes back to get his church perfect and immaculate, who has been worked on by whom? The Spirit of God. And what is that? Is those fruits of the Spirit that is, or the fruit of the Spirit that is working and is being produced within us. What does that have to do with watermelons? Well, a watermelon starts with what? A seed. When we come into a relationship with Christ and we understand what he did on the cross and we believe, then that seed is planted and it starts to grow. And you can't pick it right away. It's small, but it grows. And it'll come to a point where it's ready to be picked. But within that time frame, there has to be watering. There has to be patience. It needs to grow. If you pick it very early, it doesn't have the flavor that it should. Then you probably have to just throw it out or something, or feed it to the chickens. But when it is ready, the farmer will go and he will harvest, he will pick that watermelon. And the same thing with the fruit of the Spirit. Many times, and I'm to blame for this as well, I get frustrated because, man, I wish I had more patience. I wish I had more joy. I wish I lived my life with a little bit more peace, a little more self-control. But it is the Spirit of God that works that within us. Of course, we have to do our part and seek the Lord and catch ourselves when maybe we're not, having some self-control, or we're not exhibiting love towards our neighbor. But when we understand that it is the Spirit of God and we surrender ourselves to the Lord, he continues to work within us and he shows us those areas in which we need to work on. So, just like my watermelon, which is my favorite fruit, that's why I utilize it, I have to let time and the one that has planted that seed work. My watermelon the seed goes in the ground, and time, and the farmer takes care of the crop, and then he's ready to come and pick that watermelon. So the same way is with the Spirit of the Lord and the fruit of that Spirit, which is the Spirit of God. Well, that was just some food for thought. My favorite my favorite fruit is watermelon. My wife's is pineapple. I wonder what yours is. But above all, the best fruit for us to indulge in and to invest in is the fruit of the Spirit, and to let the Spirit of God just work in us. Amen. Thanks a lot for stopping by. I hope you were blessed, and just some food for thought. That was a tongue twister. Just some food for thought, and until next time on another 180.